Have you ever been in those scenarios where you're playing Mario and really enjoying the game? Mario. So you first land on the brick wall and then you start running. You find the germ and you jump on it and kill it. And after that you find a brick on which you break your head just to realize that a mushroom comes out and makes you grow bigger. And now you can break off the brick. To sometimes hitting the question marks and getting your coins. And sometimes killing the Mario eating plants with your gunpowder, which you get as a plant again. So many things happen on Mario, and in the end Mario goes to the castle to rescue the princess, but the princess is not in that castle and it goes on to the next level. God knows when will we change the tone of Mario rescuing the princess all the time. But having said that, coming back to the point, Mario. So in this game something interesting happens. There is one power that comes which really changes the game, the star power. When it hits its head under certain bricks or some question marks and a star power emerges and Mario captures it, the game changes entirely for a short period of time where it just rushes through the crowd, through all its enemies. Yeah, it still needs to make its cliff jumps, but it just rushes through and it gives it an unfair advantage. That is what investor investment does for a startup. It gives you that strategic competitive advantage in a crowded market or in a market that has quite a lot of alternative products. It may not be in your category, but if you're creating your category, you need to disrupt something to create it out. Something else is surviving otherwise. That is what comes with investor investment. But all this survives if you know how to jump off your cliffs to the next cliff without falling through the cracks, right? That still holds good. And that is where the investor readiness comes in the startups, where you should know that you have a business model that is at least ready enough that you'll jump from one cliff to another without even by chance falling through the cracks. Because no matter whether you have the star power or not, if you fall through the cracks, you die. No investor money can then save your startup. We cover investor investment, or rather investor readiness for investor investment in our next live session, because we've been covering how do you build business models, how do you price, how do you do this, that, and I've got quite a few requests from you guys in one-on-one DMs about the investor readiness to be covered. So we are doing that in the next session, which will be next Friday. I mean, this Friday, no, the next Friday most probably. If I'm traveling next Friday, then we'll do it the next one. But next week, we have something for you. Next Tuesday, we are running a webinar on death traps for startups. It is a very basic thing of understanding the 10 deadly sins that startups make. But no matter whether you're a startup founder in the initial stage of your development, or you're thinking of building a startup, or you're already deep into the trenches of your startup journey, it's never a bad idea to have a refresher on what are the deadly traps that have been capturing many startup founders and could capture you also. Go ahead and register on the link, and I will see you on the other side. Have a lovely day. Bye.